Please welcome our next boxer. He hails from Manchester via Amadora in Portugal, Yilton Neves.
It's all going to be controversial. We've got Terry Flanagan sitting here ringside. One word. Start with John Evans. Flanagan, Crawler.
I think
one word, John.
Flanagan.
Steve Lillis, one word.
Flanagan. Claymaker, one word. One word. One word.
Flanagan.
Also with us this evening, ladies and gentlemen, a supreme trainer of the best. Oliver Harrison is in the building. Oliver Harrison here, formerly of ITV. Those were the days, weren't they, Oliver?
What's Felix Cash?
Yeah. Oh, he lost to him. He come bang.
Went the
First
distance.
2 rounds.
Got dropped and still went the distance. Matt Bianco did his corner because Oliver was getting Martin Murray ready. So he sent Matt Bianco the one-man diet out. Oh, you're listening, Alex? You normally do. Sitting there with a big bag of Maltesers and a bag of chips. Hope you're enjoying the show, Alex.
And opposing Yeltsin, here comes a young man from Ancoats. Here is Dale Canalo Coyne.
I'm looking forward to seeing Dale Coyne. Me, every time I watch Dale Coyne, I've got more questions than answers because he impresses me that little bit more. Got some great boxers in the Manchester and around the middleweight division. Got Jack Flatley.
Mike Jackson.
Yeah, he's an improving fighter, Dale. He's been kept really busy. He's
Mike
got to deal
Jackson's
with
in the building.
Steve Wood, his manager. Also, he's got an agreement where Frank Warren gives him 3 or 4 fights a year. He's his co-promoter. So he's been kept really, really busy. He's got better with every fight. We saw him in, it was another one. We saw him in Bolton the other week when he won on points there against a Plymouth boxer, Christian.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is for
he only won that by
3-minute rounds of boxing in the super middleweight division. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the red collar shorts trimmed with white. At the weight he scaled 12 stone exactly tonight is his 3rd professional contest. He hails from Manchester via his homeland of Amadora, Portugal. Boa noite to Yilton Neves. And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the black, red and white coloured shorts. At the weight he scaled 11 stone, 12 pounds. From 5 contests, he has 5 wins. One of those wins coming by way of knockout, presenting from Ancoats, the undefeated Dale Canalo Coyne. Timekeeper the bell, Jimmy Kirkpatrick from Preston. Referee in charge of the action, star referee, Mr. Phil Edwards from Preston, also for 3-minute rounds.
So you're Dale Coyne against Yilton Neves. I know you're quite close with your finest gym, Steve. Dale's one of the guys who's in there all the time. He's been working very hard for this one, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's improving. As I say, we only won a point against Christian Gomez last time out in Bolton. I thought he won by a lot wider than that. But that was a fight. There, he didn't use his boxing skills enough. He didn't keep it long. But you know what? Because he's being kept so busy, I think this is about his 3rd fight in about 3 or 4 months. You know, you keep busy, you get better. Yeah. And he's always in the gym. Very nice fella as well.
He is, yeah. I was in the gym with him yesterday. We did the horrible circuits and bar bag. Dale was there working on southpaw pads. He knew he was fighting Neves. He said he loves fighting southpaws. Everything was coming really easy to him for about 3 rounds on the pads with Steve. So everything's set up for him really to look good tonight.
Hey, there's not many fighters who are orthodox who say they love fighting southpaws. Usually they run a mile. So fair play. But I tell you what, the opponent here, no one's done Yilton Neves. No one's done him any favours with his matchmaking. Curtis Valentine, who doesn't win, wins one, loses one, but it's a fearsome banger took him out. And then he fought Felix Cash, who was one of the stars of Team GB last week. And he was saying he was on the floor but managed to go the distance. So fair play to him.
You talk about, opportunities, making a statement, and a lot of people compare common opponents, don't they? If he can come out here tonight, Coyne, win better than Cash, if he can get the stoppage. We'll talk about not doing him any favours as well. I know Coyne likes the southpaw, but Coyne, sometimes you do see a bit of frustration creep into his performances with Dale. See him overthinking things sometimes in there.
Yeah, I think we saw that in the last fight against Christian Gomez.
Yes. Commentated on Coyne's debut down at Dewsbury. It was on the undercard of a good friend of yours, John Keys. title fight with Gary Sykes. What a fight that was, what a show. His punches were spiteful. I thought, you know, this kid here, you know, I thought he's going to be here tonight. I mean, 8, 9, 10 fights. I think Coyne's, you know, he's probably fell back in love with boxing listening to Steve Malett, if anything.
Yeah, he's in a good gym there. It's going well, that gym, you know. All very tight, those lads in that gym as well. Very tight. They're all here. They're there to support him tonight. Callum Diaz and Terry Flanagan's here. Terry, of course, fights in 2 weeks' time. Are you boys heading down to Cardiff in 2 weeks for the show?
Got Joe Murray out on the 16th on the Steve Wood show at the Victoria Warehouse. I'm not going to say I'm disappointed, because obviously Joe, I'm doing a bit of work with Joe and helping him get sponsors and shifting a few tickets, but missing the opportunity to see a certain Guillermo Rigondeaux, and obviously Terry's out as well. Ryan Doyle versus Ian Bailey, we've got live on VIP TV that night, Steve, so no more Box Nation plugs for that night, mate, or else
no, I've got,
I think Woody will cancel that £1.50 hot dog you've got.
What about you, Evans? Are you on Box Nation that night? Are you being Team Doyle that evening?
Yeah, as I was saying to Simon a couple of weeks ago, it's a coin toss job, this. I love Ruthless Ryan, I love watching him, and I know how much this fight means to him against Ian Bailey after what happened last time. It's a big chance for revenge. Rigo and Jazza are two of my favourite, probably 5 fighters in the world as well, so it's just one of those horrible clashes we get.
Yeah, it does happen, doesn't it, where we don't know where to go. Good fight, Doyle and Bailey, I will say that. You know what, I wouldn't be surprised if Bailey beat him again. I know he's training hard, and he'll, you know, 'cause he knows, you know, you don't get many years. Ian Bailey's like you were saying, you know, Daryl Sharp before, he's one of these guys who don't get many chances, so when he gets them, he's got to take them.
And obviously he's got the confidence of beating him last time. I mean, it was a war. Ryan had his injuries, but Ian stepped in at late notice, outlasted him and beat him in a war. So he'll be going into it very confident.
I just say, you know, for Ian, this is his last chance. He don't get chances. And so I wouldn't be surprised if he grabbed it again with both hands. But a fantastic fight at the Victoria Warehouse that night.
Yeah, another fantastic fight at the Victoria Warehouse in September. It seems to have got everyone around the area talking. Rutter and Gomez for a central area title. It's a tremendous fight at this sort of area level.
Who's going to win that? I mean, it's a tough Coyne. Do you just go Rutter, do you?
I go Rutter, yeah. He's been more active and he lives in the gym, Alex. Simon will tell you more of the inside knowledge on Big Al, but I think if you're looking from the outside, you've got to pick Rutter.
You know, you've got Al Rutter, he's had 9 fights, won all 9 fights, gone the distance 9 fights. He's been in with people, you know, not got a great record. He wants to get on the Anthony Crawler undercards, he wants a chance at selling tickets, he wants to be on the Terry Flanagan shows. He's watched Ben Sheedy get on these undercards, he's watched Sean Ben Mulligan get on these undercards. Steve Wood, not ready to do that yet. Little forearm there, just got tippled over. So what's he done? He's turned around to tell you what, let's get a central area title fight. He's banged him in with Mikey Gomez. You've got the angle with the Pat Barrett gym. You've got the angle there. It's a great fight, Mikey Gomez Jr., Alex Rutter. 9-0, 5-0. Title that means something. Can't wait. There's only one winner where I'm sitting.
Who's that?
The fans.
No, you know what, these area title fights, you know, when I was a kid growing up, you know, the southern area in the London region meant so much to boxers, and it wasn't so long ago, winning an area title virtually put you in line for a British title fight. We don't seem so much of that these days.
I was talking with Mark Lyson, the referee who's doing a couple of jobs tonight, about recently. I'd love to see the central area titles come back. You know, you get to see an all-British class, a local derbies, which are ticket sellers, and usually get, as you say, because it means the world to both guys, you get good fights. I know we're interested, we're boxing nuts, aren't we? We like to see the fighters against whoever it is, we like to see how they develop. But for the local fans, they want to see something that's got a meaning.
And you know, these central area titles will always have more meaning to me than what any Masters title was. It's really nice for these kids to win professional titles, it's fantastic. It'll always have a lot more meaning than a Masters where you can bring overseas fighters in.
Coyne's impressed me this round, he's working a lot better, he's working on the inside, he's landing 2 or 3 body shots as well.
And he's keeping it long as well, you know. No.
Phil Edwards was nearly stood outside the ring there when that shot landed. He could have been any further away.
He's keeping it long as well, isn't he, tonight?
Neves has just realised what's going on here, hasn't he? Or he's had 2 tough ones already. he'll know, he'll be able to feel Dale, won't he? He'll be able to feel he's just not quite able to live with Dale. He's trying to spoil him in close and take the distance away.
What he's trying to do now, this last minute or so, since he had a little moan to the referee, it looks to me like he's just trying to fiddle his way through it, use his southpaw jab to survive and get through the fight. He's being warned there for, well, no, I think he's going to try and float through the rest of the fight, because I think he realises now he's up against a good fighter here tonight. Again, a good fighter.
It is, yeah. Dale just getting to a body there, working in close now, not allowing himself to be held and smothered. Got the uppercut working well, and he's landed to the right up to the body a couple of times as well. That's a good round for Coyle.
Probably the biggest difference, if I had to compare the fight, I watched the Felix Cash fight last week. What I do like about Coyne tonight, he's out muscling him, he's out manning him, yeah, the head is going in there, the elbows are going in there, the body shots, a few cheeky ones on the ref's blind side. It's good to see. Something I've I've accused Coyne of, he's come out there tonight, he's putting a performance together, he's doing that little bit more, and you can see, he's looking at his corner, he's not too sure what to do when Coyne's putting it on him. He looked a little bit disheartened in there, the shoulders were going in as well.
Yeah, certainly the last minute and a half of that round, he was just looking to get through it. He'll just be happy seeing the 4 rounds out and wait for the phone to go again for another job. But it must be hard for someone like him, Portuguese guy over in Manchester, doesn't sell a ticket. He's got no option but to go on. Go on.
Another fight we were talking about before you came, Steve. Burton Buglioni, apparently for a British light heavyweight title. We were struggling to pick a winner.
Great fight. A lot of needle there, not just what's gone on between what Frank's been saying and Joe Gallagher. A lot of needle from the amateur days. They had a fight, I think it was down in Dagenham in the British Championships, and Buglioni won that. You know what? That's a hard fight to call. A lot depends. If Buglioni can put him on the back foot, Buglioni, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like, look, it's a pick and fight. I wouldn't be surprised if Frank won that, but it's certainly not a fight I'd be putting a penny on.
No. We were talking about the Burton Shinkwin fight when Burton, it was an out-and-out war, wasn't it? Frank's got a hell of a chin, and he's been in maybe with better fighters than Jose, obviously. Tremendous fight though. I think Frank looks solid as a rock at 175.
Yeah. I think he'd outgrown that division by the time he'd fought for the WBA regular title. But he had to take that chance, and look, he showed his chin that night, and he would have learnt a lot from that fight. It's a fantastic domestic fight.
Neves just targeting Coyne's body there a couple of times, a little bit of success. Dale didn't seem unduly bothered by it at all, but scoring punches and just a little bit of success after being bullied for a couple of rounds. Dale just allowing himself to be held there, whereas in the first couple he was working his way out and getting himself out of clinches.
So at the end of the second round, when Neves was holding, he was working still, trying to throw right hands to the chin and taps to the body.
It's almost like an octopus in there, you watch Neves at times when he gets in the corner. He seems to be able to tie Coyne up from a bit of a distance away.
Fair play to Neves this round, actually, because it looked to me in the second round he was just going to be in there and try and survive. He's shown a lot more ambition this round. But he's shown that ambition, but Coyne always seems to have the upper hand as an answer for everything, even if he has to work something out.
Lovely left up there, out the break there from Coyne. Getting a little bit messy here now towards the end of this round.
Just keep on moving, Yeltsin. Use your
Can you
legs.
imagine being a young fighter in a gym where you've got one of the top lightweights in the world? Imagine what that must do for your confidence, seeing how Terry trains every day.
Yeah, Terry, just unbelievable the way he trains, And your success in the gym breeds success elsewhere. Neves here trying to show some fancy footwork here in the last minute. Is it the Portuguese Ali shuffle, the Neves shuffle, should we call it?
Worked in the corner last week with Steve Mailer. I've got to say, Steve Mailer's very underrated coach. I think Terry Flanagan's an underrated boxer, world champion. I still don't think he gets the credit he deserves. You get all this talk about the Linares fight. I upset a lot of people on, so I don't want to see that fight. I want to see Terry Flanagan. I want to see him in with Anthony Crolla. I want to see Steve Mailer in against Joe Gallagher. I want to see it in Manchester, and I want to see it now. Don't want to see the fight build. It doesn't need to build. They went the same school, they're from the same city, they're in the same division. Get the buggers in the ring and let's see them fight now.
I agree with you. It's got to happen now. It's a now or never fight for me. I don't think it's going to be too long before we see Terry move up to junior welterweight. I think that could happen quicker than we ever think. I'm frightened this is going to be a fight that's going to escape. Forget Steve against Joe. Let's see the two fighters fight. Linares Crolla is a fantastic fight. But the bottom line is, what fight means more to the public of Manchester? What fight would sell more tickets at the MEN Arena? Linares Crolla won't be a sellout. Crolla Flanagan was. It's a bigger fight and a better fight.
There seems to be from what I was hearing on Thursday, I was down at Box Nation, there seems to be a few negotiations taking place where Frank and Terry might be trying to virtually force a situation where they fight Zlatan Canning for the WBC title, and then the winner of Crolla and Linares has got to then face the winner of Flanagan's Zlatan Canning.
I hope so, because you know what, if it does, I don't know what you guys think, I think if it doesn't happen in by next April, May, inside a year, I think it's gone forever, because I think Terry will move up in weight. Although he can still make the lightweight, it's getting harder and harder for him. You only have to look at his physique to see he's a big lightweight. The fight's got to happen. It's virtually a next 8 months or it never happens at all, which would be a tragedy for the fans, because, you know, the last 10 years or so, we have tended to get to see the fights. You know, a couple have gone by the way. Hatton Witter never happened. You know, Khan Brooks not going to happen by the looks of it. So let's hope this isn't a third great fight that doesn't slip by for us.
What about tonight then, Steve? You know, you watched his last fight. It was on Box Nation. What about tonight?
He's better than last time I saw him when he had, was it Christian Gomez, the guy from Plymouth. You know, Neves at times, you know, has made it awkward for him, but he's always been one step ahead. Even when the third round, Neves showed a little bit more ambition. But I think the way Dow set his stall out in the first 2 rounds, Neves quickly learned that it was going to be another tough night for him. And you know, unless something miraculous happens, he's going to go to 0-3 in a few minutes.
You know what Dale has done tonight? He's not got frustrated. He's kept his head in there when he has got messed about. You know, when he had that silly shuffle, you know, the river dance, whatever we're calling it, the alley shuffle, truffle shuffle. Oh, that's me. But you know, when you've had all them things in there, he's just kept his head. He's stuck to his boxing. He's let the jab go.
And you know, I love boxers who lose their attributes, and when he keeps it long, is when we see him at his best.
Thanks for the tweet off Derek Cooper. Enjoying the show. He's enjoying the commentary off John and Steve. He's a little bit disappointed he keeps getting Matt Bowles. Is Tim Edmund attire behind us?
He's an Andy Murray fan, Matt Bow, definitely. He was at home today with his missus, strawberries and double cream, sugar on them. And when Tim was winning, and when Djokovic got knocked out, he was doing backflips, and you know.
He was waving the salter.
Yeah.
I seen Djokovic last week actually, as was leaving the show. It was Rocky Fielding.
Rocky Fielding, yeah.
They say Del Potro, it's not, is it? It's Rocky Fielding.
That's a great lookalike, isn't it? That's the best lookalike in sport. Rocky Fielding, Novak Djokovic.
Tweet us in, guys. Hashtag VIP Boxing Live. Scott Quiggs just turned up. Let's look at there from Neves on the inside. There we go.
Yeah, 40-36. That Steve Maley's got a smile on his face, and so he should have. Good performance there from Coyne, who continues his unbeaten run, and he'll be busy for the rest of this year. I'm sure we'll be seeing him on Frank Warren bills up here.
As solid as it gets at for Dale. He's got a bit of a smile on his face as well. I know quite a few of the lads are disappearing off on holidays from the gym, aren't they? So once Terry's done, it might be a little bit of a quiet period for the finest, but everything looks set for a big like new season. I've been impressed watching Callum spar recently as well. Callum looks in good shape. He's just waiting for a fight.
Callum Diaz's a good fighter. I went running with him the other Saturday, and you know, it's he's there. He's sort of on the out. He sees, you know, Dow getting the best of both worlds, getting kept busy by Steve Wood and Frank Warren, and Dow's finding it a lot harder. He's not getting on the Frank shows. He's just waiting for the Steve.
Ladies and gentlemen,
he's a talent, Callum Diaz.
Rounds of super middleweight action. Star referee Phil Edwards from Preston has scored this contest 40 points to 36 points for your winner. Now undefeated in 6 professional contests from Dale Canelo Coyne.
Yeah, Callum was due to fight on the Fury bill, wasn't he? And he lost the
And
chance
ladies and
then. He was
gentlemen, a
supposed
young
to
man
fight
who was
Saba.
doing the Sonny Liston
I forgot
shuffle.
one of Mick Hennessy's. Is he in Afghanistan?
Yeah.
From London, who Mick Hennessy's got. That's right, yeah. I'd forgotten about that, yeah.
Yeah, so 40-36 there for Dale Coyne. Nice, not a routine win because he had to fight inside. He didn't have every single second of it his own way, but he'll be more than happy with that. His dad getting him ring for the photograph.
You know what, you can have a nice break. You know what, a little rest to do him good now out the gym. You're saying the gym much, shall all going on. He's had three fights in like 4 or 5 months, is it?
Yeah.
And you know what, that means he's been in the gym non-stop for 5 months. It isn't the fights that take it out of these fighters, it's training camps. And that was the reason Terry Flanagan took the rest last Christmas, because he'd been non-stop in the gym. So if I was Dowd, have a nice break out of the gym, start back up towards, you know, the middle or back end of August, then get out again end of September.
Yeah.